Gokhshtein Unfiltered is sponsored by Veracity, attention-based platform for video, gaming, and entertainment rewards, building infrastructure for publishers to serve attention-rewarded video to billions of viewers. Visit veracity.io today. Fact Finance, who just launched their Fact Lending Pool, where you can stake a minimum 500 Fact and receive 57.5% APY. Visit fact.finance today for more information.
What is going on? What's going on? Welcome to Gokhshtein Unfiltered, the New York edition. I'll explain why I just said that. But thank you for tuning in. As always, Wednesday nights, 9 o'clock, the highest rated show in crypto blockchain. Without a doubt, numbers don't lie. People do. All right. So don't laugh. You sit there. I didn't introduce you yet. So Gokhshtein is extremely happy today. I've been telling you bitches about PayPal for how long? How long have we been talking about PayPal? Y'all dismissed it as rumors. You know, most people, most intelligent people understood. But I've been saying, like, PayPal's coming. What happened? Kabam! PayPal comes, and all of a sudden, everybody who is dogging PayPal is a PayPal fan. Y'all already open up PayPal accounts. Some of you can't even open it because you've been banned because you didn't pay your bills on eBay. Let's be serious. How many people couldn't open up a PayPal account today because, you know, collections is after you for not paying your bill when PayPal and eBay were actually together? So that's some funny shit. I'm about to laugh myself, but no, but I'm happy. I'm on such a high with the news. It's just, if we can only get 1% of that 356 million, that's right, million user base, just 1%, we're good. We're good. Obviously, Bitcoin's doing some phenomenal things, climbing like a beast up in here. But I still believe, as I've been tweeting, that it will go down. I know that's not what people want to hear, but I really do believe that it will retract. It will go down, but it will go back up. And once it goes back up, it will go skyrocketing. But let me introduce my guest tonight because I'm being rude. This guy, I think he's been hunting me down.
I've tried.
I visited like the Icon Twitter, Telegram, excuse me, like once, and now I have him on my tail. But I understood why, because he's from New York.
That's absolutely true.
We're relentless. Like, we're gonna come after you until you say yes.
Yes, we do. So
I'd like to introduce Corey Costa. Corey, what's going on?
How you doing, man? It's a pleasure to meet a fellow New Yorker. It's a pleasure to talk to you. It's a pleasure to speak about all the great news today, not just surrounding PayPal, but Icon. But PayPal is a wonderful implementation in the cryptocurrency and blockchain sphere. I remember seeing something earlier today with a picture of Eric Voorhees, Roger Ver, and Charlie Shrem having their booth right next to PayPal in 2012. And look, 8 years later, now the implementation of Bitcoin is here, and it's very exciting. It's very exciting because of the fact that we have not only institutional validity, but the individuals who utilize this institution, this payment platform will begin to understand the intricacies of cryptocurrency. And I feel like PayPal will not only make people understand cryptocurrency, but it will eliminate a barrier of entry for those who may be trepidatious in regards to getting into cryptocurrency as a whole. So I'm very excited to hear that.
Trepidatious.
That's right. I'm sure they love our accents.
Freaking people. Tell me what you said earlier before we went on air. What was the word that you used?
Which one did I use? Which one did I use? Did I
Ross,
use
what did he use? Which outstanding word did he use?
I'm not sure. I forget.
was it audaciousness? Was it
Very nice
paradigm?
vocabulary.
As an upcoming teacher, I try to have a decent vocabulary. I try at least. And sometimes I don't succeed, but I try.
I try to dumb it down because if I go into, as I call it, if I start talking collegiate, people, my ratings will go down to like 1. So I try to dumb it down. It's not saying that the audience is dumb. It's just that at the end of the day, people come in and they just like, what are you talking about? But I'm just fucking with you because it's your first time on, a live stream or on a podcast, and I just want to bust your balls. So,
No, it's
but
okay.
a fellow New Yorker,
Right.
I won't tell everybody where he's from, but we're close. And but like, it's weird because he mentioned that we'll get to cryptocurrency and shit, but he said he went to Wendy's. I know, not a Wendy's. He went to
White
White
Castle.
And I'm like, where the fuck is there a White Castle in Long Island? We're gonna keep it Long Island, okay? I'm not gonna say where, but where the fuck is there a White Castle in Long Island to get where'd you get a milkshake from?
It was 12 o'clock. There were no smoothie places open. So I was like, you know what? Take a little road trip to the to the White Castle. That's not far from me. I got 3 smoothies for $11. 11 dog hairs. What?
Did you drink all 3?
I gave one to my sister because I'm a nice guy.
And
or at least what's up? Yeah. Oh yeah.
So how big were they?
They weren't that big at all. They were $3. They're not like the LA Fitness smoothies that are like the same size and same height as my camera. But they're like this big. They're worth $3. They're worth $3. They have enough sugar to spike your insulin, but that's all right because I'm 25 years old and having high insulin ain't a bad thing at this age. Well, maybe it's a bad thing.
I love Corey.
Thank
I gotta tell you, Corey is this guy knows his shit, and you're gonna, we got a lot of Icon fans that are probably watching tonight, or they're going to rewatch this show because we're international bitches. Okay,
Yes.
People are sleeping right now. People are sleeping. Corey, don't just shake your head at me. People are sleeping. Yes,
they got that melatonin.
They want to see the long hair. They want to see the long hair Gokhshtein. Some want to see the short hair Gokhshtein, but right now they're getting the long hair Gokhshtein. But first of all, tell me what the fuck this means. I'm gonna ask you. If you can tell me the fuck this means. He's like, he's cussing so much.
It's okay.
Let's see. Hold on. What does first Icon ambassador mean?
Sure. So pretty much my journey with Icon started in 2018 where I wrote an article called Icon, the Embodiment of Democracy in the Free Market. And the CEO, Min, tweeted it, which got my foot in the door with Icon. And what it meant was, as an ambassador, was that with the Icon Census campaign, and if the viewers who are not familiar with Icon, the Icon Census campaign was the campaign for different public representatives. We were becoming a decentralized network. And I became an ambassador, the first one, to oversee the discussions, almost like a moderator of debates. Now that we're in an election year, that's an interesting parallel. So
are you like Chris Wallace?
Am I Chris Wallace?
Do people run over you or?
Yeah, no. People don't run over me. Trust me. When I looked up Chris Wallace on Google, the first thing that came up was Biggie Smalls. Wasn't even the moderator.
Okay, gotcha. my man, Biggie. Shout out to Big. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Biggie.
Where Icon at?
Oh, there we go. All right,
That's
so
right.
keep going.
So I oversaw I wanted to educate the community on the different public representatives in the Icon network, the validators per se of the network, because I felt like it was so important for the community to understand the intricacies of what each public representative sought to do for Icon, whether they were going to be idle, whether they were going to be active, whether they were education focused, whether they were marketing focused. So I actually moderated 4 discussion panels that encompassed, I believe, around 35 public representatives altogether. So I've been able to, to sum it up, an ambassador is pretty much who oversaw the Icon Census campaign and continuously educates and reaches out to different individuals to spread the good word of Icon.
What is Icon?
So Icon, pretty much, there is a great quote. I forgot who said it, but it was a great quote. Who he said pretty much Icon is a blockchain network that allows blockchains to talk with one another, to communicate with one another. And to equate this to humans, without communication, there really is no progress, or progress is pretty much stagnated. So with the Icon network, different protocols can interconnect. Public and private institutions can interconnect with one another through the blockchain transmission protocol, which enables different blockchains, private or public. You could have a private healthcare institution, you could have a public real estate institution, and have these blockchains interconnect. And even blockchains such as, Tron, EOS, Ethereum, all of these are the plan for BTP is to truly interconnect different blockchains, because without that communication, cryptocurrency can only go so far. And you said something, I believe it was 2 days ago, that I retweeted because it really resonated with me, because it's very important for people to realize that mass adoption doesn't just come with institutions. It comes with everybody using these different protocols. And without the interconnectivity of all these different blockchains, it'll be very difficult for that communication to expand. So in a nutshell, Icon allows for different blockchains to talk with one another, communicate with one another in a decentralized setting that allows for public representatives to represent the Icon community in the term of whether they want to educate, whether they want to research, whether they want to market. So Icon is a very diverse platform.
Do you think that Icon is heavily undervalued?
I personally do. And the reason why I think it's undervalued is that it's based in South Korea. And that's the first thing I want to say, is that South Korea is one of the largest, if not the largest, blockchain hubs in the entirety of the world. And Icon has worked with the Korean Financial Commission. It's working on Jeju Island for COVID tracing. It goes to show that a blockchain project can help with a real world problem and stay up to date with the real world. And Jeju Island is pretty much the Hawaii of South Korea, with 16 million visitors annually. They have a application called Visit Me, which is pretty much a check-in service that's being used in South Korea's largest coffee shops. We have Visit Me being utilized on Jeju Island. I think that ICX in itself is very undervalued. And also the notion of self-interest is important to bring up, that when you stake your ICX and you vote, which is another reason as an up-and-coming history teacher, I really appreciate the democratic Republican paradigm that exists within the Icon ecosystem, where everybody's vote matters. And I see that you consistently keep saying vote on your Twitter, because voting is so important. It allows the voiceless to have a voice. So, and this is no different in Icon. So when you stake and you vote for specific public representatives, you garner staking rewards. And right now the staking reward, although it changes, right now it's at 13%. And that's bigger than any bank account, any savings account that you can think of. And, in a bank account, instead of, getting a reward, you get a maintenance fee. In Icon, you don't get a maintenance fee. You get staking rewards, and it's really a great 13% is fantastic. When it first started, when the decentralization first started, it was upwards of 34%, 35%.
Let me ask you this question. What's the difference between Icon's white paper and yellow paper?
Sure. So Icon's white paper outlines pretty much the vision.
Because a lot of people know what white paper is.
Of course.
Nobody knows what the fuck a yellow paper is. And I guarantee you, if I took a poll right now, people will just front like they know, but they have no clue.
Sure. So the Icon yellow paper, well, let's start off with the white paper. So
Okay.
the the white paper pretty much discusses the intricate vision and the intricate outline and roadmap of Icon, why it's created, what it's planning on implementing, why it was conceived of, its history, and its future. Whereas the yellow paper talks about governance, decentralized governance, like I was talking about in regards to public representatives, voting on decentralized proposals. And it's important to note, if we're talking about governance, that there's 132 P reps spanning across 5 continents. We're not even talking about just 150 employees for the Icon Foundation that's designated in South Korea. We're talking about 132 P reps that span 5 continents. And you can add on, if you consider them employees of the foundation or at least subsidiaries, you're talking about 150, including 150 additional people working on Icon. So the yellow paper talks about governance. It talks about transaction fees in the Icon ecosystem, and it talks about the IISS implementation. So its main operational policies are pretty much open to the public for the yellow paper, and it pretty much talks about the intricacies of the decentralized platform. So it talks about the path towards decentralization and the future of decentralization. So it talks about the improved delegated proof of stake. And if anybody's not sure what proof of stake is versus proof of work is pretty much the operational policy that Bitcoin abides by, which is pretty much the idea that the more computational power you have, the more validation you can have with blocks. Whereas proof of stake is the more valid you can you can validate more blocks based off of how many coins you stake. And you're seeing a lot of these coins now, not just Icon, going towards the proof of stake paradigm, Ethereum being one of them with Ethereum 2.0. So we talk about the delegated proof of, then we have the delegated proof of consensus, which is based off of the IISS incentive scoring system. So we have elective public representatives that are elected that have to prove their interest of the entire network. And the way that this is proven is based off of the votes from the community themselves. So Icon wanted to build once and has built an ecosystem filled with diverse opinions and ideas and P reps that operate and do different things. So we wanted to not only refine the white paper with the yellow paper, but we wanted to discuss the transactions, and we wanted to discuss governance, and we wanted to discuss the implementation of the IISS score system. So, the yellow paper can be identified in three different subsections, which would be the governance, transaction fees, and the incentivized scoring system, which pretty much let's go to the governance paper, is pretty much a reference manual on the governance model inside the Icon ecosystem. So it's based off of 3 principles: interchain, decentralization, and contribution. So these are talking about the obligatory notions and rights of each participant that represents the Icon network. So we talk about decision-making, which, like I said before, decentralized proposals that network proposals that go through, and the top 22 P reps decide these proposals. And you can see that if you go on the Icon tracker, what proposals exist, who proposed them. When I say who, I mean the actual public representative themselves who did it, and how many people voted for them too. So then it also discusses transaction fees, the concept and calculation of STEP, which is a unit of transaction fees consumed within the Icon ecosystem when executing smart contracts. So that's another thing that's discussed. And then most importantly, I would say, next to governance, is IISS, which is an artificial intelligence-based system that determines the appropriate share of network rewards given to an individual iconist based on their contribution to the Icon network. So IISS will assign each iconist an I score. So what I score is when you stake your coins and you vote, because when you stake but you don't vote, it's like doing something 50%. You can stake, but if you don't vote, then you're not participating in the expansion of the network. So you don't garner any staking rewards by just staking. You have to vote. So what I score is how you redeem your rewards. The I score is converted into Icon based off of the percentage of the reward rate that you're getting, which doesn't matter what public representative you vote for. It doesn't matter if they're number 5, number 100, number 60. You still get the same amount of rewards. So what iScore basically is the is the conversion to icon when you decide to either redeem your rewards, to sell your rewards, to continuously redeem your rewards, and then stake and vote your rewards again, which you can do that, and you can redeem your iScore immediately as well. There's no waiting time.
What? And by the way, you're brilliant. You're like, if you want to write, I'm telling you right now, number one, I don't know why the fuck Icon hasn't hired you.
Who you
To
say?
be, I don't know why the fuck Icon hasn't hired you to
Thank
be
you.
on the board of directors. That's number
Thank you.
one. Let's get that out the way. Ming, yeah, I don't know what the hell you're doing. Wake up. You got a dude out here that can, raise his hand and become a free agent. He knows your game plan. He knows the entire. He has the manual in his head. The man sitting on my show, you got him as a first ambassador, not even a P member. I don't even know what the fuck a P means. But it sounds like it's big, and he's not even a P member. Are you a P member?
I am a public representative. I am a P rep. I have.
Oh shit! So he's a P member. Fuck me. He's a P member.
I've been on 3.
He should be like, okay, so you're P level 3?
No, I'm sorry. So a public representative is pretty much a validator of blocks in the Icon network, and I've been on 3. I was
okay.
on...
So what's higher than a P level? Explain this to me because I'm fucking lost right now.
Sure. So a public representative.
You've gone from being a first representative ambassador to P level. Like,
Sure.
It sounds like somebody thinks I'm saying P, like go pee in a corner.
No.
Could you have named it differently?
No, I totally understand, man. So a public representative is pretty much a validator of the network. You can think of them as a validator of transactions in the network. And I've been on 3 of those teams. And as public representatives, they're not only incentivized to validate transactions, but they're also incentivized through their rewards that they get from people voting for them to contribute to the Icon network, whether that be through Twitter outreach, whether that be through podcast articles, development of dApps, developing educational material. So I was an ambassador, and then after the ambassador program concluded, I stayed in the Icon ecosystem, and I joined I joined one P-Rep team, which was Icon Viet, which was a public representative team based out of Vietnam, which goes to show you.
Hold on.
Let's get it.
Corey, hold on.
How you doing?
Corey, hold on. This shit sounds very weird to me right now.
Sure,
it
man.
It sounds like you have an ecosystem inside of an ecosystem.
It's exactly
inside of another ecosystem. And you
That's
got
exactly
like
what it is.
It sounds like gang members.
We got
It
the
sounds like
we got the
do
public.
you guys have like gang signs and shit?
Yeah, we got the public representative Crips. We got the public representative.
Oh my god, bro.
Yeah, we got them all. Don't worry, we got the flags and everything.
Ross McDonald right now is not feeling well. Ross McDonald right now does not know what to do with this show. Go ahead, continue on your P-isms.
Sure. Let me tell you about the philosophy of the P-ism. So, public representatives, I was on. So right now there is 132 public representatives that span 5 continents. And what you said before was absolutely correct. It's an ecosystem within an ecosystem within an ecosystem. So you have the foundation, then you have the decentralized paradigm of the the public representatives that pretty much act. I don't want to say they act autonomously, but they act autonomously, but simultaneously working within the Icon Foundation. So you have different public representatives that are free to develop whatever they want, and Icon also provides grants for different teams. And when I say teams, I mean P-reps, that pretty much, if the project seems, very beneficial for the Icon network. So for example, there was a P-rep team that came out with validation for very expensive alcoholic beverages, wine from a company called Stin, and they approved that. There was a grant that was approved for actually one of the public representatives out of the Philippines recently for a community program. there was a grant approved for our team, Icon Mitos, for something called Future ICX, which is a gamified trading platform that even if you make trades, you garner dividends. So from your trades. So what you said before about the ecosystem within the ecosystem within the ecosystem is exactly what it is. You have a very large Icon foundation, but then you have 132 public representatives that act autonomously and build on the Icon network in ways that their expertise and skills see fit. So then you have the third layer, which is the voter. And the voter pretty much is the one who decides where they want to put their ICX, where do they want to put their votes, where do they want to put their Icon to assist these public representatives with funding to build their projects. So it's an ecosystem within an ecosystem within an ecosystem. And that's exactly why I like Icon so much, is because it allows every single component of the ecosystem to have a voice in a democratic Republican style government. That's why they have something called the I-Constitution. You know, this was actually modeled after the United States government.
Right now, I got to tell you, I'm already a big, huge Icon fan. Now, I talk about Icon, been talking about it since 17. And
I see.
Huge. Right now, we talk about Icon. You guys are up 5%. That's how it's magic, bitches. You know, like anything. That's what I've been saying it. If I talk about anything, it just, that's it. But today, okay, I thought I knew everything about Icon, but I didn't know I had gang members.
And the
I
gang
didn't know
members
that they were
work
playing
together.
freeze tag. Listen, I don't know what the hell Icon. I love it, but I didn't know there was 5 ecosystem. You know what this sounds like to me? This is crazy because I love Game of Thrones. This shit sounds like something like Game of Thrones, and The 100. I like that TV show also. It sounds like The 100. Okay, you're on, 5 minutes later you're on a different planet. Then 5 minutes later you're on another planet. Then 5 minutes later you're sick. I have no clue what's going on.
And
all I know is that Corey went ahead and schooled me. He was very sophisticated about it. Okay, he threw out some big words. Okay, half of you people are confused. It's okay. We will go ahead and expand on that. All right. But what he was said was, listen, I'm just fucking being playful, but I'm not being playful about your shit being up by 5.53%. I'm just looking at stats right now.
Mhm.
All right. We started the show was at 1.24. We're at 5.53. There's a reason.
Mhm.
I'm magical. And so is Corey. Corey, why aren't you talking about how Icon is in the bed with the banks? I'm about to call it like the South Korean.
Sure. I'm happy to talk about that. I want to say, because you brought up space before, there's actually a game being built on Icon called Project Nebula by a P-Rep team called Icon Forge, which is pretty much
enough.
So sure.
No,
so
go ahead.
sure. No.
I'm fucking with you. Go.
So let's talk about Shinhan Bank, which is one of Korea's 4 largest banks, which has just announced, and this was actually back in August.
Corey,
you said banks.
Corey, what are you doing? No, hold on. I want to hear about space now.
All right, let's talk about space.
Now you've gone into space. So talk to me. I got Samson, a part of the G Media team. The guy appears on Space Channel. Tell me about this space shit now.
All right. So you ever hear of the video game Elite Dangerous or No Man's Sky?
Absolutely not. I played Call of Duty one time in my life. Does that count?
All right. So what they're building is a project to allow for people, to allow for people to play a game on Icon where you can explore an artificial universe and collect planets and collect NFT art. And it's going to be a very big game. And actually, that's another grant that Icon funded as well.
Is this fucking Pokemon? Is this Pokemon now? Have we gone into Pokemon?
No, not yet.
Look at this shit. Yeah, I got to tell you, I have no clue. I thought I knew everything about Icon. Corey comes in. He's a P-level 13 medalist. I don't know what the fuck you want to call him. The dude's like a third degree fucking black belt and fucking icon. Okay, comes on here, destroys any knowledge that I have. Talking about space, Samson. Can you call into the show? Guys talking about space and collecting nubarons and fucking atoms and shit, and landing fucking spaceships on asteroids and bringing them back to Earth. Yes, that shit really happened, and it's happening right now as we speak. But okay, so let's talk about the banks, because I'm really interested about that. I've been yapping away, telling people, yo, guys, are you not noticing? Like, Icon is sleeping with the banks. It's doing the same shit that Ripple's doing. Are you guys not noticing? Tell us more.
Sure. So I don't know if some of the viewers who are outside of Icon, there is a digital identity verification service that Icon has launched called My ID with 81 partners, which includes some of the largest banks, not only in South Korea, but in the world. So let's talk about that. So on August 25th, there's a bank called Shinhan Bank, which is one of Korea's 4 largest banks, announced that they are integrating Icon Loop's digital identity service directly to its native banking app, which has 10 million plus downloads and will use Hello Icon World My ID for logins in the future, which is just one implementation. Then you have, if you want to talk about even brands, you have, excuse me, you have Lexus Korea utilizing Visit Me, which is the identification app, part of My ID. And I think that it speaks volumes that they are utilizing the Icon ecosystem in Shinhan Bank, when Shinhan Bank is such a gigantic bank in South Korea. So yes, that's absolutely correct that they are in bed, for lack of a better word, with the banks in South Korea. It's gigantic. It really is. It's huge. And it is, well, let me see what they have in regards to dollar value, in regards to how many dollars they have, which I think
can't do that shit. This is like Jeopardy. You can't fucking cheat. You don't know the number. You can't fucking. What are you doing?
Well, I will tell you this: that over 20 news outlets in South Korea covered the Shinhan Bank implementation of My ID, which I think is very important. Actually, let me rephrase that. Shinhan Bank is not one of the 4 largest banks in South Korea. It's the largest bank in South Korea.
Stop, Corey. Let me see your ears.
Let me see my ears. Ears ringing?
No, I want to see your ears. I want to make sure that you're not mic'd up. You don't have
no. I don't have any wires
in your ear from.
I'm not an FBI Icon agent.
So basically, there's nobody from Icon.
No, they're not whispering anything in my ear.
Nobody from Icon feeding you.
No.
Okay, continue. So I saw you kind of. You're kind of looking. Is somebody typing to you?
No. The news was picked up by, when this happened, the news was picked up by over 20 different news outlets in South Korea. And the fact that Shinhan Bank is the largest bank in South Korea and they're utilizing the Icon Loop digital identity service is gigantic. Not to mention that the Busan, which is a, if I'm not mistaken, I believe it's a city in South Korea, they are also going to be implementing Icon as well, which is huge. So when you have the implementation of Icon, not just in banks, but they're also going to be in hospitals, specifically in Busan. And Icon is also working with Seoul and Pohang City, which are 3 extremely large cities. Well, Seoul is the capital of South Korea, if I'm not mistaken. And Pohang City, these are gigantic implementations that we're seeing, that Icon truly is setting the stage for a new digital ecosystem within South Korea.
Where do you see Icon? You don't have to give me a price point, because I know that you're a P 4th degree or 3rd degree black belt, and I don't want Ming or anybody coming after you,
of course,
and taking that away from you. But where do you see Icon on Coin Market Cap?
Well,
and Where do you see it? Where do you see it right now? What are you in the 50s? Around 50s?
I believe the last time I checked, we're 61.
61. Okay, so
Yes.
give or take next 2 months, where do you see yourselves?
Well, I look back at early 2018, and I remember when Icon was number 17, and it was $12.64. And Icon unfortunately went down with the entirety of the cryptocurrency market. But in 2 months,
Do you know
from
how
now,
mad people? Do you know how mad people were about that?
oh, I was
Like
too.
I was a
in it.
big supporter of. People were like, I bought it at like 9, I bought it at 8, and then all of a sudden, obviously, if we look at today's standings, if you bought it at those numbers, look at you, you're trying to hide your face. I understand being a P level 3,
Divided by
martial
the
artist.
fifth.
I don't know what the fuck you guys, yeah, whatever you guys are, space rocket, uh,
We're going to the
but
moon, literally.
exactly. Do you see it breaking all-time high?
Eventually, yes. And the reason why is that if a cryptocurrency project can create an all-time high that large on the basis of a vision, and then it implements that vision, and it's going to show every single day with 81 different partners in its My ID digital identity service, and working on Jeju Island with COVID tracing, their apps working on in South Korea coffee shops, and not only South Korean coffee shops, but the mobile financial app called, which is actually on the Icon public chain, Zeong, was on October 13th the number 2 financial app for iOS in Korea, which is gigantic. And do I think that Icon will surpass its all-time high in the future? Yes, but I also think that it's important for people to know that every single coin right now still is based on, I don't want to say 100%, but Bitcoin plays a big role in the way this market moves. And I believe that when the bull market comes back, if people want to say we're in a bull now, which I wouldn't say we're not, because we just surpassed the $400 billion mark, and we haven't done that since middle 2018, I believe. I do believe Icon will surpass its all-time high. I do believe Icon will set the stage to revolutionize and interconnect private and public blockchains in South Korea. And I do believe that digital identity service, known as My ID, will connect all of South Korea, because standard identity right now is becoming outdated. It's becoming obsolete. But with digital identity, that's a whole different paradigm. And I do believe that Icon will set the stage. And I do believe that I do see Icon one day again being in the top 20. I do. I really do. And I'm not someone who just, talks out of my ass. I put my money where my mouth is. The only project that I hold is Icon. The only one. I don't hold Bitcoin. I don't hold Ethereum. I don't hold any other project. And this is going to sound ballsy, but my entire life savings, my financial future is in this project. All of it. Everything.
Are you fucking crazy?
Yes. No, I'm actually not, because I know.
Well,
exactly
you're from New York. I mean, you're from New York, so fuck it. Yeah, I get it. But like, all right, guys, hold up 1 second. Not financial advice at all. Okay.
That's right. I've got
Corey's
to say that.
nuts. He's fucking a P. He's a P level, 4 level, 5th level. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's stuck in a galaxy on a different, he's in a different ecosystem than all of us. Okay. He's on ecosystem 4. Okay.
Right.
That's like when they blew up the Earth and then remade it again. I don't want to get technical with it like he did. Okay. I'm trying to keep it simple. But financial advice, none. Educational, yeah. I mean, like, Corey's brave. Corey's from New York. People in New Yorkers, we don't give a fuck. We believe in something. There you go.
That's right.
Lose it, we don't give a fuck.
That's right.
I lost it. Whatever.
Hey, man.
I lost it. Icon gonna be taken over by, I'm messing around, but like if somebody takes them over and just trashes it, fuck it. I lost.
Hey, you know what?
Corey's more worried about losing his belt and his titling than he is about his money.
Honestly,
So don't be like Corey. Don't drive out to, you know what? That's why he eats at White Castle. Now I get it. I'm putting everything together now. That's why White Castle.
That's right.
Holy shit. You
Trying to
must
get
have
White Castle
mad
to
dip-
implement Icon.
I
That's right.
cannot tell you where he lives. I will not tell you where he lives, Long Island. I will not tell you where he lives, okay? Because obviously, dude got money. He's from Long Island, so trust me. Long Island, trust me. But damn, bro, you got some balls to go ahead and put everything all in and not diversify. I got to give you some, you know, is it because that you're, and I know I'm being funny in some way, but
No,
I love Icon. I'm being also, I love, when I say it, I'll trash the shit out of a project and I don't give a fuck. But I love Icon. But I diversify. I mean, most of my portfolio, I'm obviously Bitcoin, but I'm into everything that's legit. So, and Icon being one of them, that's a ballsy move to go full 100% into it. Is it because Ming made you do it? Or Benny made you do it?
No.
Benny
no
Options,
force.
who doesn't get fucking Benny Options, who thinks he's better than me, that can't get back to me. Hey, Benny. Okay. Hi.
Benny didn't give you any options.
He gave me no options. Okay. And that's fucked up. You're lucky. This P member over here, okay, is breaking down, hitting people with knowledge, which I love. I love when people come on here and just spit knowledge.
I appreciate that, David. Thank you.
Not to go around and be repetitive, but that's a ballsy move to go ahead and go all in. I'm not even gonna ask how much to go all in with $50. That is nuts. That is nuts to go all in $50.
Mm-hmm. And I'm in college. I'm a graduate student, and you know, all my life savings, everything is in Icon. And I hold it for a kid my age, 25 years old, I hold a considerable amount in my opinion. And it's the only thing I hold. I don't hold anything else. And that doesn't say that there's not other great projects out there. Of course there is. And most people would go the diversifying route because you minimize risk and you have other opportunities to make gains. But, you know, I really love Icon. I love what it's doing. I love the community. I see how it's flourishing. I see its ability to garner partnerships with different companies and institutions and banks and hospitals. And also close to my heart, you know, they're partnered with a university in South Korea called Post-Tech with their program called Proof, which is a digital certificate issuance, which I think is very important during the COVID era. And Post-Tech actually uses Proof, which is an implementation of Icon in their university. And I am all in Icon. I've been all in an Icon for how long now? Since I became an ambassador, but
let me ask you a question, Corey.
Sure.
Corey, are you DCAing? Are you doing down course, averaging or dollar cost averaging or no?
Yeah, no, I do dollar cost averaging, and I have to say I want to be transparent. I do get compensated for my work. I do. But
where the fuck am I going?
I could decide to sell the payments that I get, but I don't. I just continue to stake and vote, and I continue to be part of the Icon ecosystem.
Time out. Okay, hold up. I don't want to flex. No flex zone. I don't want to flex. Let me put my arms down. I don't want to flex. You guys get compensated?
P-reps, yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, depending on the public.
Hold on. How do I become a P-rep?
So what you have to do is you sign up. I believe it's on the Icon Community Forum. I believe it's a $2,000 Icon registration fee, and then you run a node. Now, I personally don't run a node. I generally join teams that have the technical expertise to run a node. I will say humbly, I have the technical IQ of a shovel, so I don't run a node myself. So I personally just join teams. And I have to say, yeah, as a public representative, you do get compensated. And then like I just continue to put it back in the ecosystem by staking and voting to the team that I'm on, and Icon Mitos. And I'm very grateful to be on that team. I'm very grateful to my team lead. His name is Nblaze Dilion. I think I'm probably botching that name. He's from Bulgaria. And he's doing all the work for this gamified trading DApp. And I really appreciate what he's doing. And, in any way that I can to promote Icon and, promote future ICX as it begins to expand. But yeah, P-reps get compensated. And as you go higher in the brackets, which is where the voting comes in. But I said before that these P-reps get funding from either grants from the foundation, or they get it from funding from the community members. So if you have, you have a bunch of Icon and then you stake and vote it to a specific P-rep, that provides them funding for their projects and for their node and for their own compensation, no matter what they take out or what they put in. So yes, you do. As a public representative, you do. Whether you're a sub P-rep, which is any P-rep under the top 22, or a top 22 P-rep. And as it sounds, the top 22 P-reps get compensated the most. And you can actually look up how much P-reps are making. You could literally just look up on Google how much P-reps are making, and the first link you click, and you'll see every link of how much each P-rep is making. So it's completely transparent. It's not like we're hiding.
The Boy Scouts? Like, are you guys like the Boy Scouts that get a fucking medal and then you fucking upgrade your status? Except you're like the Boy Scouts that get paid.
And we are the Boy Scouts that are based on the votes of the community, and if the foundation finds our propositions valuable. So you could call it that, yeah. And that's why community is so important, because it breeds a sense of voice. It breeds democratic republicanism. It breeds a sense of opinion. And I always see you on Twitter talking about vote, vote, vote. And I agree with that 1,000%. And that goes the same thing for Icon community members. Vote, 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 participate, participate, because this is your investment. This is your rewards. This is the team that you're voting for to perpetuate the expansion of Icon. So pick what resonates with you. And you can vote for many different P-reps and you'll still get the same reward. It doesn't matter who you vote for. There's no sense of
Corey,
P-rep nepotism.
What does your girlfriend think of this?
Because I'm so involved in Icon, I ain't got one. The Icon is my girlfriend.
Girls, I'm reaching out to you tonight. This man is loaded. His Twitter handle is up there somewhere. Somewhere here, it's up.
Corey Costa, where exactly. 1, 2, 3.
He's already shouting it out. He should have been humble. I'm hearing rumors. I'm reading Telegram. I'm hearing rumors that he got a Lamborghini as a daily driver.
Yeah,
weird.
My 2019 Elantra Lamborghini.
Oh shit! Look at that, Elantra. What is that? Anyway, Corey, I gotta say that it's interesting how you broke down Icon.
Thank you.
In a matter of an hour to make, a lot of people are coming into this space. They're looking to get into something besides Bitcoin.
Of course.
And the way you broke it down, like, I'm not just saying this. I would get into Icon, but I'd be fucking confused because I don't know if I need a fucking master's degree to get into Icon, because that's what it sounds like. It sounds like I need a master's or PhD to get into Icon in order to reach a certain level. I feel like I'm in fucking Jumanji, or I'm trying to fucking think of Hunger Games, maybe. I don't know. Maze Runner, Tron, not the Tron Foundation. I'm talking about Tron, fucking throwing discs at you. So I'm getting that vibe. But like, for some reason, you as the ultimate P member, you are keeping me calm and not having me sell off all my Icon. So
I'm glad to hear that.
I might hold on. Let's look it up right now, because I can guarantee it was at 5.51. 5%. It was almost 5.5%. It went up as we went on this telecast. Let's see if it dropped down because of all this shenanigans about we're going to outer space and fucking okay, it hit 5.75. It dropped down to 4%. It's okay. It's gonna come back. It's gonna come back.
It's time to pack your
Listen,
bags. Time to get those bags.
tell me this one thing. I want you to, all bullshit aside,
Sure.
okay? Because I'm gonna call you out on it if you bullshit with me.
Yeah, no, please do.
Why? And this guy said, like, this is, by the way, this is Corey's first interview again on like a live stage here.
Yes, I will. Yes,
And
it is.
he said he was nervous. I don't
Can't you see
fucking
the
even
sweat?
believe him. I don't even see the sweat. He's
Good to hear.
fucking splashing him. Somebody from the other side is splashing him with water to make it
Right.
seem like he's sweating.
That's right.
Why am I buying? Why would I, educational purposes only, why would I look into Icon
Sure.
to become a cryptocurrency that, or excuse me, the way I like to call it, a digital asset that I would hold?
Sure. So I will say, first of all, personal incentive. When you garner Icon, you can get a sense of passive income very easily. You can stake and vote, which takes under 5 minutes, and you get a 13% reward rate. And you can redeem your iScore, which again converts into Icon instantly. And that's part of a sense of personal self-interest. The human condition is based off of self-interest, and incentivization is a crucial component of blockchain and cryptocurrency, and that's one of them. Number two is that Icon has established itself over the last 3 years and has delivered on its promises of becoming the blockchain of South Korea to hyperconnect the world. Because of, first, you have 132 P-reps spanning 5 continents. We don't have one in Antarctica yet, but I'm sure the Penguins are planning on it. And then you have all of these different institutions and 81 members of MyID, and some of them being Shinhan Bank, some of them being Samsung Electronics, some of them being Saruman, which is one of the largest in employee identity websites in South Korea. And I believe personally that Icon is truly making moves in the real world with COVID tracing through its applications. And also, I think it's also important to bring up that there is a DApp on Icon called Icon Bet, which it is in the top 20, not just in Icon, but in the top 20 of all cryptocurrency projects regarding dApps in 24-hour volume in regards to money. So I think that another reason to get into Icon is because you have P-reps building in different ways. You have a foundation that's established in South Korea with over 150 different employees. You have different institutions that have partnered with Icon. I mean, Min Kim, and I believe it was Henry Lee, which I believe he's the head of strategy, just had a discussion, I think 3 weeks ago, with the American Chamber of Commerce in South Korea. Now, if that doesn't scream validity, I don't know what does. So in my personal opinion, I think the crucial component of investing in any blockchain project, and specifically this case, Icon, is the institutional legitimacy and the retail mass adoption, as you identified in one of your tweets in regards to businesses. And we're seeing businesses adopt Icon in South Korea, with Paul Bassett, the coffee shop, as an example, which is the largest coffee shop in South Korea.
You in this coffee shop.
I know, right? And I don't even drink coffee.
You in coffee shop. You in milkshakes.
That's right.
Or whatever the fuck you and your fucking badges and listen. I just want to say I appreciate that you came on tonight.
I appreciate.
Usually I talk more than the guest, but one thing I like doing is I like bringing on, community members.
Of course.
And I mean, you're more than a community member, you're an ambassador. And it's nice to have somebody, and of course you're going to be biased. It's okay.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what? Being that I like the project, I'm fine with it. I'll call out the flaws, which there aren't many. but I've been yapping away about how Icon is sleeping with the banks and
Mhm.
etc. And like it seems like people that only have done serious research understand what I'm talking about, and
Mhm.
those that haven't have been listening to Crypto Gumby and the rest of the clique, Sesame Street, Teletubbies, and whatever the fucking avatar is
My
at the
boy
current
Elmo
moment.
Crypto.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I probably would have done the same thing, but unfortunately, I just came on here mouthing off in 2017, even though I've been on social media since AOL.
Me too,
Okay,
but I was a youngin. I was a youngin.
you don't know about the CDs, bro. So,
Oh no, I
yeah,
had
you don't.
CDs.
You had the CDs? No, you
Oh
had the
yeah, no,
AOL CD. You're talking
oh I
about
didn't have AOL
3 months free
CDs.
membership. You didn't have the
Uh,
6-month free membership.
no, that I
No.
didn't have. I'll admit that. No,
Okay.
I did play Super Nintendo though, so I understand the old school devices.
Did you play Atari?
I did. I did. I
Wow.
did.
Okay.
I
That's
my
that's
first
crazy.
my first game was Doom when I was 3. No wonder I'm so out there.
I appreciate that you came on and you spit knowledge, and
Thank you, David.
for those who don't understand what spit knowledge is he came on here, knew what the fuck he was talking about, and not just rambled on about the same subject. I like how he cut it up. For those who don't understand some of the words that he did go ahead and spit out there, Ross McDonald, who is our producer for almost every show, will go ahead and come out with a letter, maybe a PDF file, explaining what the fuck was said today. If you were lost in one of the ecosystems that Corey mentioned today, that will be explained via a pop-up book. Okay, and that shall be sponsored by Icon. We will reach out to Icon and we will give Benny no options but to go ahead and fund it. On that note, Corey, it was actually my pleasure to go ahead and have you on today. I know you said that, and I'm very transparent with everybody. I know you said it was a pleasure to come on with me, but it's actually it was a pleasure for you to come on to Gokhshtein Unfiltered and to talk today about Icon and give us a better understanding, especially in your position, a better understanding of what it brings to the community. And hopefully after this, educational advice, of course, only. Don't go to White Castle, but do study up on Icon and do replay this video. And I don't know why I'm just trying to help him out. And that's about it. Real quick, what I really want to say right now is, again, PayPal, huge moves. PayPal went ahead and came in here, okay? It basically did this, okay? It dropped. I can't do it. I'm gonna break my mic, but it dropped its shit, okay? It dropped its shit, if you get me, okay? It dropped its shit on crypto today. Literally, officially, it said, here you go, okay? 356 million, okay? 356 million users on that platform can now buy and sell, okay? I'm going to give you an example. That means people with a PayPal account can go onto eBay. Yes, we know they're not together. What I'm saying is they go onto eBay. I'm an eBay seller. I'm selling the shit that he's selling right now, okay? Selling the same shit that Corey's selling. I'm selling milkshakes or some shit. Okay, you buy my milkshake, I can now accept, Bitcoin. I can accept crypto.
Mm-hmm.
That's huge because number one, crypto is meant to be used. Number two, now we got merchants accepting shit.
Exactly.
And that's what adoption is. That's adoption. That means that, holy shit, we've just leveled up. We leveled up.
Yep.
We've gone from where PayPal 3 years ago was talking about where rat poison and nothing more than a Ponzi scheme, okay, to now accepting Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies to buy or sell. It is huge. Research it, understand it. I'll probably write something about it and post it on, Gene Media. But it's a big day. It's a day to celebrate. I don't even give a fuck what happened with Bitcoin today about it going, and all engines went on. Yes, it's going up. I still think it's going down. That's not enough.
So do I.
Guys, listen, don't attack me, you fucking Maximus. Okay.
I
All
agree.
I'm saying is it's a retrace and then it's gonna go right back up. I didn't say nothing bad. It's a buying for me personally, not financial advice, but for me, it's a buying opportunity. Okay. I'm a DCH that bitch. Okay. And as it goes back up and it, beats its all-time high, we're good. I'm good. I'm sitting good. I'm sitting good either way. If it goes up all the way, if I go to sleep tonight and wake up to 20,000, I'm still good. It's just a buying opportunity. But I didn't really give a fuck about Bitcoin today. Okay. I also didn't give a fuck about my blockfolio being in red. I didn't care. I really didn't care. Because I know at the end of the day, PayPal coming in, what's going to happen next? I'm going to tell you what's happening next. Amazon's already working. Amazon's not going to. PayPal, we're Amazon.
Mhm.
We're AWS, bitches. We're coming. We're coming with Prime. We got Prime days. What are you talking about? Jeff Bezos right now he pushed his girlfriend to the side. Okay. He said, you're going to stay right there. You can go, or you can take the jet to the island. I'm staying here. I'm going back to my old desk with the damn, sign that was handwritten that said Amazon on it. And I'm going to create my own blockchain, or I'm going to integrate myself with some blockchain out here, top blockchain in the space. That's what he's doing right now. Amazon's going to come in. Google's going to come in. Google's probably already fucking done worked on this shit. Trust me, this is now going to be a massive, you'll see a massive campaign with all these big time corporations coming in here to play. And when they come to play, you better be ready, man. A lot of you guys think that you're sharks. You're fucking goldfish. Let me explain something. You're a goldfish. Right now, you might be a shark, but you're a goldfish. Once a real trader comes in, he will eat you. You're not even a goldfish from the pet store.
Confirmed.
You're a carnival goldfish that was sent away to the carnival. Those carnival goldfish don't last for more than a week. The goldfish.
I used to work at a pet store. I confirm.
At Petco. There you go. A goldfish at Petco lasts at least a
5
year.
minutes.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there. Yeah, 5 months. Okay, whatever. 5 months to a week. Guys, be prepared. That's all I'm saying. Those who follow me, I'm just telling you, my army, the G Media army, the fam, I would never lead you wrong. I'm just telling you what it is. And on that note, Corey, I'd like to thank you. Icon,
Thank you.
God bless you. Trust me, I wanted to work out. Wink, wink. I wanted to work out. And the wink is because I want that shit to work out in my portfolio. Want to give a big shout out to Ross McDonald. Every week he comes on here. He has to deal with my shit. He's probably sitting back drinking some nasty whiskey, okay? Made in the woods in Canada. Nasty shit, trust me, nasty shit. Probably made from fucking diesel fuel that he when he went to gas up his car, he asked, I can't fucking do it. He asked them to go ahead and give him a jar of fucking diesel fuel. And I just want to thank everybody who tunes in every single week, man. We got the highest ratings on Wednesday nights. We got a lot of people that tune in. We're blessed. We got a lot of shit coming out, a lot of partnerships. We're going to get this shit going. Guys, once again, Gokhshtein Unfiltered. My name is David Gokhshtein. His name was Corey, the P Master. And that was Ross McDonald on the 1 and 2s. And I am officially out.
Thank you, David.
Gokhshtein Unfiltered is sponsored by Veracity, attention-based platform for video, gaming, and entertainment rewards, building infrastructure for publishers to serve attention-rewarded video to billions of viewers. Visit veracity.io today. Fact Finance, who just launched their Fact Lending Pool, where you can stake a minimum 500 Fact and receive 57.5% APY. Visit fact.finance today for more information.